Hi folks, today on The Human Being Broker, Alan Sewell is back with some great tips for new business brokers. Welcome to The Human Being Broker. Dan Levitas here, licensed business broker. This is episode 7 and this is about setting an appointment with a prospective vendor or client. I did get a phone call earlier in the week from a new broker and he is really having an issue setting an appointment in person with his prospective vendor. There are a couple of good techniques you can use. I'm going to introduce Alan Sewell, the sales legend, to tell us about one of my favourite techniques, which we'll get to in a sec, but I just want to really quickly mention that at the end of this video, I've got footage of Alan Sewell when he doesn't know the cameras are rolling, so stick around for that. Anyway, one of my favourite techniques, it's incredibly simple. It's called the 2-option rule. Alan's going to explain it right now, and I promise you it works 99% of the time, every time.
Okay, Dan, so what I wanted to talk about today was the importance of preparing before you make any appointment or meeting or presentation to any customer. One of the key things before you make a prospective vendor call is to have a clear objective in your head what that call is going to be about. And it must always be about making a time with that customer to come and present yourself to them to gain their business. So that must be a key objective in the back of your head at that time. So you don't engage with the customer on price, you don't engage with them about yourself or about their business. Set an expectation, maybe I need 40 to 50 minutes of your time, and then you ask them, you always give them 2 options about when you would like to meet with them. It's an old school sales trick, but it's very, very important to give someone 2 options so they can't give you a yes or no answer. So it might go something like this. Dan, would you like the start of next week or the end of next week?
I'll take the start, please.
So would Monday or Tuesday suit you better, Dan?
How about Tuesday?
Tuesday's fantastic. Would you like morning or afternoon?
Does morning work for you?
Morning's fine. Would 10 or 11 suit you better?
I'll have a look at my diary. 10 o'clock, please.
Okay, let's book in 10 o'clock next week. I'll confirm just before the meeting. Thanks for your time today, Dan. That's really a simple way of making sure you're not giving someone a yes or no answer, and you're always going to gain an opportunity to go and present your services to them. So Dan, you've got your appointment, made a successful call. One of the key things with the internet and social media these days is you should be able to prepare for that meeting through researching on Facebook, LinkedIn, hospitality review sites if it's a cafe or a restaurant, and building up a profile of that business before you go, even looking on Google Earth, so you can actually have a visual of the business before you turn up there. You might be able to see who their competitors are on either side of them, or get an overview of the size and scope of the business. That just shows when you turn up to that initial meeting that you're interested in them, because this meeting is about them. And going in there with a bit of preparation, a bit of knowledge about their business is really important, key to the next step of success, which is of course signing up that business to be a customer. It sounds really simple, but so many salespeople miss it, Dan, is make sure you look professional, make sure you've got business cards, that you've got the marketing collateral you want to leave behind and information on yourself and the business you're working for, and make sure you've got pre-prepared questions that are relevant to the business you're going to visit. You don't want to be a generic salesperson that asks the same questions. If you've done that research, you've done a bit of preparation, you can adjust pre-prepared questions to make yourself look even more interested in the business than all your competitors, and that's going to help you in that next step in gaining that customer, not your competitor.
Thanks very much for watching, folks. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. My email is as follows, and if you do email me, just remember to leave a phone number behind so that we can have a more open conversation if needed. Before you go, here's a couple of minutes of some great footage I shot of Alan. He didn't realise the cameras were rolling, and it just goes to show how passionate Alan is in sales. I encourage any new broker to give myself a call if you've got any questions about joining up with Link. Okay? Enjoy.
He was doing this type of sales thing and it just was ingrained in his head. I don't understand why we can train a 13-year-old kid to ask, would you like fries with that? But nowhere else does anyone ask, would you like something that's more expensive? And he was fuming that whenever he booked a plane flight, no one ever asked him, would you like business class? No one ever asked him. He only ever flew business class.
Yeah, yeah.
But he always had to ask. No one said, "Oh, Dan, you understand, everything's online these days." But in those days, you used to ring up and book your flights. And he always flew business class. So would you like a red or a black cover with your new phone? Not would you like a cover with your phone? No. But would you like a red or a black one? It's amazing the difference it makes when you ask two questions.
Yeah.
I don't want a red or a black, but I might have a purple one.
Yeah.
You don't ask, would you like a cover?
Yeah.
Would you like a muffin with your coffee? Would you like a raspberry muffin or a chocolate muffin with your coffee? Didn't want a fucking muffin, but I bought one now. So that's why I like sales, because you get the influencing of people. People in restaurants should do it. And this is the big thing I've always had when I've gone in and been a customer anywhere. Why don't someone give me a choice of a red or a white wine? I might not even want a glass of wine, but you say, would you like a red or a white to start your meal? I'll have because you plan to see. But you might be sitting there, water's fine, I'll have a red, but no, would you like a red or a white to start your meal? Next you know, you've sold an $8 glass of red to what they actually really want. And that's one of the things that I think and I'm going to talk about this conference, is too many people present what they've just learnt. They don't listen and then go, right, I've got all this information from Dan for the last half an hour about your business. Now from all my knowledge and everything I've got, I'm going to deliver the same thing I've just delivered 10 times, but it's going to be tailored to you. But too many people go, right, and they just say, I need to know this information. So they ask all the same information. They haven't listened and adjusted what they've said. And I do it when I meet potential brokers. I listen to what their issues are with them being with other firms. And then I decide what I tell them, what they need to know about Link. And this guy was apparently a guru, right? So he got in front of all the sales managers and stood on a stage and was doing a role play. And the guy came up to him and said, so he's walked into someone's business. So I just thought I'd come in, how's your business going today? And you know what the guy said? Shit, business is really bad. Do you know what the guru went? That's fantastic, glad to hear that, Dan. Did not listen to the fact he said shit's really bad, and the whole place, and God never heard from the guy again. He didn't listen to the guy. Was actually quite a bit of a smart ass, but he knew. We'd heard this guy speak before and said, he's not going to listen. He's just going to go through this spiel. Didn't listen, didn't adjust his question. He just answered that straight out. I'm going to use that example because it's just, if you don't listen to what anyone's saying, you can't pull all the tricks out of the book and adjust it. If you just say generic stuff, you're just a robot.
Yeah.